When you look at someone's page, you get an energy from them. When you read their content, you get an energy from them. And when you have people asking, how do I work with you? It's because of how you made them feel through your words, your content, and your selling. Like what you're selling is possible for them. You're listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm your host, Jill Perrick, a business and mindset coach who specializes in imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're not as smart, capable, or worthy as you actually are, and that someone is going to find you out, then you've come to the right place. I went from being a struggling government worker, working my coaching business on the side, but feeling unworthy and burnt out, to making multiple six figures helping women overcome imposter syndrome so they too can sign clients, make bank, and have the business or career of their dreams. I am nothing special. I have a stuttering disability, ADHD, and I struggle with anxiety and depression. So if I can learn how to feel good enough and overcome my inner imposter, then so can you. Let's dig in. Hi, hello, podcast family. Welcome back to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. And guess what, guys? In exactly 1 year on this day, I am getting married. Yes, in 1 year on August 23rd, 2024, it will be mine and Dustin's wedding day. And we are so freaking excited. I got my dress last month, guys, and it is perfect. I can't wait for you guys to see it when I post the pictures. And we basically have everything planned as of right now. All the deposits have been made, all good. So now we just coast a little bit. We just had our engagement photos done a couple days ago when you're listening to this, and we'll be sending out save the dates, and then we'll be good for a while. And I'm going to do little gifts for my bridesmaids, and I'll be doing that in September. So the wedding countdown has officially commenced. And my loves, the countdown has also commenced for the end of the Fraud Squad launch. We are 2 days away from closing the doors to this round of the Fraud Squad, my 12-week mastermind that starts the first week of September. My mastermind is for coaches and online service providers to unfilter themselves in their content, get visible and known for what they do, and sign dream clients into their offers. This mastermind is for you if you're between 0K to 5K a month, and if you are looking to break through to your next income level. Enrollment is happening right now, and the next round starts in September, so get your ass in here. The investment is just $2,222, and if you pay in full, you get a bonus one-to-one call with me to use during the mastermind. There's also an extended payment plan of $555 a month for 4 months. You'll receive 90-minute mastermind calls 3 times a month, a mastermind group Voxer chat, and the online portal, which you can access as soon as you join. I am so fucking excited to coach the women inside of this mastermind. I love coaching so much, and I am always in awe of what my clients can achieve inside of a container like this. So don't miss out. Don't let 2023 get away from you without stepping into the version of you that has the business that you want to create. Okay, so the link is in my show notes. Let's freaking go. So one of the identity shifts you'll make inside of this mastermind is going from who would want to hire me to people asking you, how can I work with you? The thought of who would want to hire me is a quiet one though. It stays in the back of your mind as you venture into the online world, decide you're going to be a coach or a service provider, and then you create offers, start showing up, start doing your thing, but the thought just sits there. You may even sign clients here or there. However, if things are quiet, if you're between clients, if you're really thinking about yourself and your business, the thought of, okay, but really, would people really want to hire me? Even if you have evidence, can come up. It's crazy. I remember this during my very first launch ever. I launched a group program and I signed 4 people into it, and it was actually a 5K launch. But beforehand, I was doing all the work for it, and I just had this nagging thought at me like, okay, yeah, you're doing all of this work, but who would actually want to hire you? Just like imposter syndrome in general, this is really unique to everyone because we all have our different reasons and experiences for feeling like a fraud. This is why the clients who come and get coached by me get such amazing results, because we're actually coaching on their unique thoughts and experiences, something that we will help you work through in the Fraud Squad. So your reasons why you have this thought are completely understandable and unique to you. But let me tell you something. No matter what experiences you look at differently, this thought will only begin to dissipate once you begin to see yourself as someone who has value and experience to offer. Not only that, but that you on your own right now are valuable. And when I say valuable, I mean like a diamond that is right out of the mines is as valuable as it is when it's being sold on the shelf. You are helpful and valuable and have something to offer right now. And it doesn't have to be a million people. It doesn't have to be every single person in your audience. You can just decide right now that you are of value to your ideal client. Like when I did that group program in 2019, I definitely struggled with my own imposter syndrome as I was teaching how to get over imposter syndrome, but I had transcended a level that my ideal clients hadn't yet. I knew that I could offer them different thoughts about imposter syndrome, and I could help them with the information that I already had. And that was enough for me to believe that I could bring value to someone, and that's why they would want to hire me. Because let me just tell you, you are always worthy. You have been worthy your entire life. Your business and clients do not determine your worth. And when you're charging for your services, there needs to be an exchange of value because that is what people pay for, and it's completely subjective. Business, life coaching, relationships, manifestation, it can be whatever your area of expertise is in. It's just about a value exchange when you're charging for your work, instead of it being about your worthiness as a coach or a service provider. And where people get tripped up in imposter syndrome is they're like, people don't want to hire me, as if your ideal clients care if you don't make your bed in the morning, or if you have student debt, or if you have thoughts of not believing in yourself. Your ideal clients do not hold any of those stories about you. It's not about if you're worthy enough. It's about the value that you can bring to them. And you might not think that what you have to offer is valuable, but I also don't think you would have started a business if you didn't have something valuable to share. If you didn't have expertise and knowledge that can be packaged up in a way that you plan to package it up in. And sometimes this takes work. Like, it is work to remind yourself of your past wins. It's work to create confident thoughts when you're so used to not thinking confidently. So it is going to be work for you to believe that you are valuable now and what that value is. But it's work that will benefit you every single time you show up and create content, every single time you go live. I have something valuable to share. I need you to write that on a sticky note and stick it to your desk or behind your computer so you can see it every single day. Hey guys, I hope you're loving today's episode. I am just taking a brief pause in today's episode to share with you a client testimonial. These testimonials are either from group coaching clients or clients who are in my one-to-one coaching program. And I can't wait for you to hear how I have changed their lives and their businesses for the better.
Jumping in, I realized that I self-sabotaged way more than I thought I did, and I realized that I was worthy of anything and everything, and I learned to not make my failures and my emotions mean anything about who I am or how successful I can be and will be. So it was just an all-around amazing program, and Jill is so supportive, and she knows exactly what to say to help you overcome whatever you're dealing with.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Now let's get back to the episode. If you still really get lost in the who would want to hire me spiral just because of who you believe you are, the first thing I'll say to this is that you are enough and worthy all on your own right now as you are. And this is also an opportunity for you to tap into your highest self. Not from a place of shame and I'm not good enough now, but from a place of, okay, if I was my highest self and I had the results that I wanted, who would I be? How would I act? What would I do in this situation? A super small thing for me would be to drink more water because a bitch is always dehydrated. I think it's the ADHD for real. But I picture that next level version of myself as drinking my water, going on my hot girl walks, which you'll see me doing every single day on my Instagram stories. I also would use my gua sha every night, which is super random, but still. And even though sometimes I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do this, I know that version of me would. So the thought of who would want to hire me is probably because you wouldn't hire you, and we need to get that shit in check. Because guess what? I wish I could clone myself so I could coach myself, for real. I would hire myself in a second. And as a coach, I believe that I am worth every single penny that I charge. And I want you to believe this for yourself too. And a part of that is really checking in with yourself on an ongoing basis and asking yourself, am I being that next level version of me? Am I acting as her? And this is not easy work, but I also like to keep it fun. I like to keep it light. I give myself compassion and permission. Like the week before my period, I am so fucking tired. So if I don't get a lot of work done and I need to sleep between calls, I do that and have no guilt at all, So tapping into your highest self always comes from a compassionate place, but also from a place of girlfriend. Get up, fix your hair, drink your motherfucking water, keep your promises to yourself, and hold yourself to a higher standard. Without shame or guilt, but still a higher standard. And this work creates a frequency that emanates from your content and from when you show up. When you're accepting and loving of yourself, when you believe in the work that you're doing, and when you believe that it is valuable to others, you're more willing to share it and share it in an unfiltered way. You're more willing to show up and sell your offers from a grounded, fulfilled place instead of, I need these clients to validate my self-worth. And I'm not talking about having an off day emotionally or being sad or whatever. You can have fluctuating emotions in your life while still believing your work is of high service and you are valuable to your audience. And that is the frequency that you are emanating from how you show up and what your content gives off. Because this happens when you believe in your value and that it is embodied. When you believe to your core that if someone comes and works with you, you can help them. Even though I had insecurities when I launched my first group, I knew I could help them with imposter syndrome. And this comes down to selling a result you feel confident in. You do not have to promise the sun, the moon, or the stars, but you have to sell something that is an outcome or a desire so your work is grounded into a result. So, mindset and coaching are the tools that I use, and overcoming imposter syndrome and making more money are the results that I sell. Having people ask, how can I work with you, comes from their response to your frequency and the results you can help them achieve. They believe you have value to offer because you believe you have value to offer. And let me tell you what I see online when I let myself peruse around a little bit, okay? So this is what I see. The people who I don't think they have value to offer will post a ton more lifestyle content than content that is calling in their ideal client. They won't share how you can work with them. They actually don't share a lot, which means that they think that they don't have a lot to say. They post a lot about their own trials and tribulations in an effort to be transparent instead of recognizing when it's valuable to their audience to share those things and when it's just them looking for acceptance. Yikes. I mean, I said what I said, and I'll definitely say more on this topic eventually, but do you get what I mean? When you look at someone's page, you get an energy from them. When you read their content, you get an energy from them. And when you have people asking, how do I work with you? It's because of how you made them feel through your words, your content, and your selling. Like what you're selling is possible for them, that you can help them get there, that you accept and love yourself, that you believe you're valuable and that you have value to offer. The frequency you need to be on to go from who would want to hire me to how can I work with you is intentional mindset work, and we do this work inside of my 12-week mastermind, The Fraud Squad. You and your content will become unfiltered, you'll be more visible and known for what you do, and you'll sign dream clients into your offers. Enrollment closes on Friday, so get your ass over to the link in my show notes and join now if you're a coach or service provider who's between 0K to 5K a month in income and you want to break through to your next income level with the identity to match. We start the first week of September. You can join now at the link in my show notes or send me a DM on Instagram at YourCoachJill to ask me any questions you might have. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. Head to the show notes to learn how you can work with me, where you can buy my best-selling book, You're Not Special, and how to get on my email list for free. Screenshot this episode and add it to your Instagram stories, tagging me at YourCoachJill. See you next time.